Operation Barbarossa, the full-scale invasion of the Soviet Union by Germany, is well underway. It is June 1941, and German forces are tasked with capturing railroads, bridges, factories, and much more here in this mod for Men of War Assault Squad 2, known as the Sir Henkel mod. Unfortunately, not available to the public any longer, but I believe I'm still able to play it as I am contributing, or once a contributor to the mod by promoting it. I have not played this for quite a few years, so it's interesting to come on back. We'll be seeing Operation Barbarossa and also the Pacific Campaign and a few other missions that I find to be most interesting from the Sir Henkel mod missions. And man, are they some of the best on Men of War Assault Squad, so it's a shame that it's not available to the public. It may be in some other form, so go look for it, though I haven't found any link or direct link to provide you. We're going to prepare for an onslaught from the Soviets. They're going to be attacking our defensive position shortly as our vehicles are arriving. I could choose from one of two options to either have Panzer IIIs or these anti-tank weapons arrive. I'm going to go with anti-tank light tank destroyers, for example, like the Martyr 1, and we'll be seeing some other vehicles arrive, including, I believe, a Flak 88 and some other smaller anti-tank vehicles or anti-tank weapons. If we called out Panzer IIIs and 4s, we could have also used those as well, but I find this to be the best. So our tasks here today will be to take this defensive position next to the railroad, the opposite side of the river at the bridge, the factory itself, and a farm area just behind the factory to secure the area in its entirety. So we're going to go... Oh, we're already under attack then by Soviet troops and possibly tanks. Looks like some of our troops are already opening fire over there. Excellent. And we're pinning down Soviet troops as we speak. We're going to prepare to eliminate any enemy tanks that come near us and get our infantry ready for the attack. Some of these German Panzer Grenadiers are among the best and brightest and early veterans of probably the Western campaign against France. Wow, something exploding there already. An enemy vehicle destroyed, armored car already knocked out by our troops. Today is a good day. And also, it looks like a T-26 Model 31 coming our way, which does have an anti-tank weapon on it, so we better be careful. Looks like we have ourselves a Flak 37, so that might be a good thing to put over in these fields for now to defend against continuous Soviet attacks until we've captured the railroad. I'm going to try to go up there and capture the railroad, as it's going to be a very easy highway for us to move right into enemy territory and lightly defend it, I'm sure. We're going to try to move up here and see if we can move along this way to capture Soviet defensive positions from the top. As you can see, we can easily fire down on that and the factory from here. And pretty much one thing that I remember in Sir Henkel's mod is, you know, anything that looks like it possibly has an AT gun probably will. So, for example, positions like that and positions like this, for example, probably have AT guns. I thought I heard a machine gun somewhere. Oh, maybe that was it right there. So we'll have to continue to clear out enemy positions slowly and carefully. And we'll also have to make sure we provide ourselves with medics. Oh yeah, there's exactly what I was worried about, is medics needing to attend to the wounded on the front lines. Soviet tank there right in the range of our AT guns. And excellent, a round right through that Soviet tank. And damn, finishing it off as well. Let's get our medics on the line to heal up the wounded who've taken a few shots. There we are. And we'll try to get the medics to stay with this group as they attack. So we'll stay in the defensive position for now, too. The Soviets are really close to our position, so we'll need to kind of be mindful of that. And also bring up a Martyr 1 to deal with any sort of tanks that we might encounter. This is a 75mm PAC-40 that's mounted onto that vehicle. And we'll have the Dicker Maxes and a few other vehicles on standby, including this, the Sturmgeschütz for siege. And it's nice to see the Flak 37 here to provide overwatch for any sort of approaching tanks when we go that direction. We probably won't need this until we approach the railroad, so we'll bring that up later. Okay, medics on standby. Looks like we got some troops here. I don't see any enemy maybe, possibly a position there with a machine gun. Maybe. Or an AT trooper. Any sort of barriers or whatnot probably has Soviet troops, so we'll need to make sure that we throw grenades into these positions to clear them out before they see us, like, for example, there. Something flew away. I don't know what that was, but whatever it was, we got it. I don't know what that was. Okay. Well, let's get our troops ready to attack. And then we're going to try to go over this position, too. Oh, enemy AT gun there. Okay, so that's definitely a valuable position to take. I wonder if we can get some grenades over there. Unfortunately, we don't have any mortars, which would be great against any sort of trench. And it looks like we also have an AT rifle. The Soviets will continue to renew their light tank attacks, so we'll need to move quickly as much as we can in order to get across there. I also don't want to bring any armored vehicles down here then with that AT gun pointing right at us. So I wonder if we can charge across the field and take out that AT weapon. We'll wait until it's out of the way. And we'll keep our medic nearby, too. I may have inadvertently cleared an area out over here. Oh, that was a machine gun. There you go. You can see the maximum machine gun right there. Interesting. Okay, I do want to move slow but steady when it comes to eliminating enemy positions. I'm going to try to get some grenades up here, especially on that AT gun, though I don't think we can throw one 30 meters. It's quite a distance. About 18.5 meters. Oh, enemy soldier there. Alright, let's try to clear out these defenders then and make our way towards the AT gun. That man having a PPSH. And possibly an AT gun. Wrecking him, good job. Alright, let's cover our boys as we advance. And let's see if we can get these troops down here too. The AT gun might fire at them, but I'd rather them firing at these lesser trained troops. Oh, damn. And the fun begins. Alright, that AT gun is going to be murder against infantry. Luckily, we have a medic nearby. So let them pin that down. They will have the attention of the AT gun. Oh, excellent. One of our AT guns was able to fire back. Looks like we outranged that gun. Alright, medic. Sanitäter los! Excellent. Grenades clearing out some of the trenches. And a lot of Soviet troops fleeing. Unfortunately, we're seeing some more tanks come. Now that we've cleared that position out, we see a couple of armored cars and more troops up here. But now we have an open ground to bring up our tank destroyers without threat of AT guns. So now we're finally out of the corner. Now we can start getting a little more breathing room. Looks like the Soviets are sending over troops to attack, so we should keep some of our troops up here. Including a medic to just keep whoever's alive over here kicking. And we'll bring over a half-track too. And we'll probably pack up that AT gun and get over here with it. Oh, look at that. They're walking right into the German forces. Excellent. Alright, I'm going to try to take this field here and then push further into the village. Oh no, another enemy vehicle on the way. Fire at that damn tank. I don't think our vehicles can actually see that. Main gun has been damaged, so we're okay. I wonder if we have a anti-tank gun that can fire there. It does sound like a German AT rifle firing. I don't want to get too close to the Soviets with their Molotovs, and we have an open... Thought I saw them throw a grenade. Wow, this is going to be a tricky situation. That vehicle does seem to be tracked. Oh, hello. Well, there goes the cabin. I won't be able to get good gun depression on this vehicle. So we're going to have to somehow get in there with an AT grenade. Some sort. Looks like some of our troops are equipped with one. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can flank around the back. Get this man an escort to get up there. Oh, damn. Looks like that tank did get all the way around. Actually, it's an armored car, but... Oh, there it goes. Oh, no. Now this vehicle's going to need a little repair. What a pain. I should have left it there. Alright, this man will get this vehicle repaired and we'll get it on the road again. Alright, MG34 opening up. Luckily this vehicle is tracked. Grenade into the Soviet defensive line. And it's time to throw ourselves an AT grenade. Okay, I don't know why he threw that. Oh, another tank. Damn, it's a T-34 this time. I'm going to try to throw this. Excellent. Good job, my man. Alright, that's one vehicle down. We'll need a medic up here now. Where did he go from before? Looks like he's up this way. Where's our medic? There he is. Alright, come across to this side quickly. T-34 taking a hit. Don't know why we're loading HE. facing off against a tank here. We do have a soldier with TNT. Oh, beautiful. Excellent. Okay, let's rescue these men as soon as possible. Looks like one of them is permanently deceased now. Probably from the explosion. Not bad, we're beating the Soviets. Okay, good. Now we've got most of the top of the railroad area clear. Now we can start moving even more. It's one thing the Soviets really need to do is stop us from moving. And for whatever reason, we're having trouble finding a repair kit here. Let's drop that. Another damn tank. AT gun. Gonna be needed over here now. The Soviets will probably be tasked with taking our main area. I think we could probably get a Dicker Max up here now and provide good overwatch for any sort of light vehicle or medium tank. Get our half-tracks up here too to provide more cover. And we do need to get a repair kit for that half-track. It's got an autocannon on it, and that's quite useful against infantry. Speaking of infantry, let's clear out any on the other side. So it seems like most of the village is clear. Germans having probably a few more enemy troops inside. Get that guy in the window. Well, sir. Yeah, let's just burn him out. There we go, right through the window. Alright, that's one less building to worry about. Okay, it looks like we've got more tanks approaching. This time another light tank. So now that we'll hold the high ground, we'll be able to fire down on Soviet armor. One Dicker Max will be in position for overwatch of our main HQ. The German truck there a little damaged still, but it's mostly a visual thing now. And most of our vehicles will be on the way then. AT guns standing by. Half-tracks and such. Looks like a lot of Soviet infantry out in the open now, trying to attack. We'll go ahead and make sure we cover these guys. We'll keep some of our infantry here to defend the bottom of the hill. Meanwhile, time to push the attack. Looks like our vehicle there went under an enemy tank. Interesting use of armor. Turret damaged. Oh, that's unfortunate. Wow, that vehicle was able to fire rather quickly. Alright, we got a vehicle there that's been damaged. 45mm able to fire quite quickly. Our Martyr should have been able to get that kill. Unfortunately, he was stuck behind a vehicle. And this will be a perfect position for it. Luckily, we get two better tank drivers. I don't really feel that Martyr 1 would have been able to destroy much anyway if it was destroyed by a light T-26. Let's get to the top of the hill then. And we'll aim down on some of these troops here. Okay, we will now start working on attacking the trenches. And we can move up this direction. So some of our half-tracks still defending the German position here. We now have a highway open, so we can start flooding reinforcements into this area. And we also need to get ourselves a repair kit, which this vehicle seemed to be lacking. So there we go. Now we'll get the repairs going. We'll get a PaK-38 up here too, and we'll make sure we cut off that area of Soviet reinforcement. Another light armored car approaching. Dicker Max should be able to take care of pretty much anything over there. We'll get this light AT gun in position too. And the Flak 88 can come around whenever we've got a position fully captured. Excellent. Alright, another vehicle destroyed. Okay, so we'll get two squads to move up this way. And we'll get ready to take our first flag, which will be on the other side of this railroad track. Right there. Now, I'm having flashbacks to previous playthroughs of the wonderful Sir Henkel's realism mods, or I guess Sir Henkel's missions, really. every time you capture a position in this game, the Soviets will bomb the hell out of it with a some sort of bomber. So we will need to make sure we watch out for that and prepare for the enemy to attack our position with bombers. So essentially, we'll capture a flag we'll clear it out as best we can, capture it with minimal force, then try to hightail it out of there, minimizing our losses. Preferably eliminating them completely. Okay, looks like this vehicle's ready to go again. Dicker Max can come a little closer. And our AA gun is coming along with us for the fun. Okay, AT gun should be able to watch down the road. And same with this vehicle. Okay, we should have two vehicles ready to, or rather, an AT gun and an AT vehicle ready to crush any reinforcements that come that way. Meanwhile, the Soviets will still attack with small squads that get a little antsy and push forward. Alright, it's now time to push to the other side of the railroad tracks, or at least of the crossing, and see if we can throw some grenades down here. Luckily, we're coming up from behind the Soviets, so that's going to make things a lot easier. And we'll be able to take out any sort of AT guns or whatnot from behind rather than in front of us. Flak 88 is going to be very useful, I think, at that railroad crossing. And I can hear some machine guns kicking up now as the Soviets are trying to counterattack and recapture these positions here. A little too late, unfortunately, for the Soviets. Alright, the Sturmgeschütz might be useful at some point. I'll get this vehicle out of here. The Sturmgeschütz probably best for its HE rounds that it can fire. Ooh, unfortunately, Soviets having an AA gun there. Let's pull back a little bit. That's exactly what I was thinking about, is if we encounter an AT gun, or in this case an AA gun, we can fire rounds down on it. So let's get up there ASAP. Come on. Hurry it up now. Where's our medic? There he is, standing by. I figured we'd encounter some sort of weapon somewhere. I thought it would be a machine gun, but in this case, an AA gun's not too bad. Luckily, the tank should be able to deal with that quickly. Medic's on the way, and we'll be able to fire down on those positions shortly. Sturmgeschütz should be relatively safe against enemy weaponry, even AT guns, at least for a little while. Another enemy tank approaching, and in this case, it is a small enemy tank. And it looks like we're being fired at by AT. Keep the Sturmgeschütz moving. Don't mind about that. What the hell is that? Ziz 3. Alright, I don't care about the half-track now. I care about the Sturmgeschütz from the side. That's a bigger threat. Very good. We should be able to eliminate those forces there. Medic is now the one wounded. No surprise. Alright, hull damage on the side of this vehicle. Unfortunately, in the Sir Henkel mod, AT guns are able to pretty much swivel and fire instantaneously. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can get some grenades over there then. Soviets are completely distracted by our troops there, so let's get some grenades on these AT guns. You can see how they turn like a modern tank. There we go, that's one gun dealt with. Alright, we're going to have to fight dirty then, as we're taking losses due to a multitude of instax and one-and-dones. Grab that medic bag back if we can. There he is. There we go. Getting our men back on their feet. Alright, we'll have to eliminate some more of those AA guns and AT guns. Getting a little tricky now. Luckily we have some extra tank drivers, so we should be able to get that vehicle back. Oh, looks like an enemy T-60 coming over now. We should have AT grenades for that. A lot of these vehicles can turn and burn on our positions, and they can just instantaneously destroy infantry. That T-60 is the worst thing you want to see. 3 or 4 shots and it knocks down a troop. Now we're facing off against multiple enemy vehicles. Okay, the embankment has been cleared. Get the hell out of there now. Soviets should have a bomber incoming. And you can already see it incoming on the mini-map. Only trouble we've had is this crossfire from multiple autocannons. What the hell? Wow. They should be bombing here on the flag, not on the squad that was nearest. That shouldn't be how that works, but anyway. It's not supposed to be an easy fight, I suppose. Oh boy, those GPS-guided rounds, a little BS, huh? That's been dealt with. Luckily, only just a few damaged or destroyed half-tracks. A lot of this stuff can be repaired if we're lucky. We're going to have to worry about it too much. Okay, with the 500 points, we should be able to call up some more infantry, so Panzer Grenadiers will definitely be on the way. As well as Wehrmacht troops. Unfortunately, losing like a whole squad there due to some pretty BS-guided rounds, I guess. Okay, so we know there's an AT gun down there. That's going to be dangerous. We're going to need for more infantry to arrive now so we can hold these positions. It's been getting quite tough here. Alright, let's try to get everyone in the game now. Yeah, unfortunate. 2 autocannons and like 4 insta-act bombs that landed right on top of vehicles and troop, like entire squads. Like you can just see the accuracy. Yeah, that'll never happen when the bomber is on your side. Keep that in mind. Alright, we'll put a couple AT guns here now. At least we have the railroad. We will be able to recapture that position. It says failed, but we'll be alright. We just need to recapture it. And we will ignore that and move into the factory and then circle back to the to that position. It's very annoying there, that one. So we'll need a little bit more strength to take it again. Actually, you know what we could do is move across the river. That actually might be better to split the Soviets in 2. Go across the river first and then make our way into the factory itself. Although, hold on a second, we did have a sort of an AT gun down here somewhere. It's down there somewhere. It did fire at the half-track here, but we should be clear to move by then. Alright. Soviets are approaching our hard point here. So we'll get all of our infantry up here to attack in total. So playing Rob's Realism versus the Sir Henkel mod, very different. The AI for Sir Henkel much more intelligent. They're able to actually kind of attack positions and retake whatever you've possibly left undefended. But luckily with this second wave, we will be pushing through to just grab that position again, which isn't a big deal. But really going across the bridge is our biggest concern now. Soviets get a lot of reinforcements. They're able to fire a lot of light anti-tank weapons, a lot of AT guns, a lot of small tanks. That can really do big damage. Another small tank there, Martyr, destroyed. Trooper there was holding an AT grenade, and he actually got shot in the hand with a grenade as he was running forward. Alright, good. Well, at this point, we're only trying to bring up AT positions to hold positions that we have. Good, the 105 slicing right through everything. And keeping those doors open.
Verstanden. Jawohl. Verstanden. Bereit machen zum Jawohl.
Luckily, once we take a position... Oh, wow, the Sturmgeschütz is actually repairable. That thing can actually be repaired, so we have not lost the Sturmgeschütz. Amazing. We will need some medics up here. I don't know what tab they're under. I don't actually think we get access to any more medics. Autocannon's still active, so we'll just flank around this way and go up this way. And we should have the flag under our control again. And it looks like the Soviets are going to get pissed off about that and counterattack again. Unfortunately, when we get attacked by that plane, even if I, as you can see, those rounds are so accurate, if I took defense in the trench, it would have not been very well. And we're losing a few too many vehicles to my liking. The Marder 1's okay, but that Marder 2 is unacceptable, though the Sturmgeschütz can be repaired. But we are at the mercy of the mod. Oh, there we are. Sanitator for 90. We'll get him up there. And then let's see if we can get a Flak 88 down. We'll see if we can bring that vehicle up here. And push it the rest of the way. Okay, good. We have troops around covering most positions. Tank crew standing by. Alright, we now need to rush the bridge. I'll have to get some grenadiers up there to throw grenades across the wall and then get the flag over there. So we're going to build up with some troops then, so let's keep calling in reinforcements. We're going to need some better numbers here to deal with this. And the Flak 88 too. Flak 88, feel free to come on up here now. I believe this vehicle might carry ammunition for it. Yeah, so if we keep that vehicle nearby, we'll just decrew it for now. We should be able to resupply it and get the Sturmgeschütz up and running. This is a lot more difficult and tedious than I remember. By now I thought we would at least be across the bridge, but the Soviets counterattacking and such is just kind of delaying the inevitable, though they have been told to fight. Let's put our half-track up here to cover. Looks like there's a T-34 there as well. I'll try to refrain from capturing enemy equipment unless the mission requires it. If there's some sort of a mission that strictly states capture enemy artillery or whatnot, then we'll utilize it. Otherwise, we'll go with German technology. That should be a lot of fun. Alright. I think we're about ready to go up the cliff. Nope, never mind. One of our worst nightmares appeared, a T-60. Also known as the Phaser, a fully automatic sniper rifle. Seems to have an incredible accuracy for some reason. Let's get that medic in there. And if we get the Flak 88 to fire on that, though I think the gun is a little too far depressed. Oh. T-26 rolling around. I don't think we'll be able to aim down and hit him, but we might be able to get him with one of these vehicles. See if we can hit that T-26 from here. Fire. Wow. And our AT gun not even firing until the vehicle next to us was damaged. Only the main gun's been hit. So essentially we went for bigger guns but lighter armor. But it seems to come down to whoever gets the first hit. Luckily that vehicle's recrewable, so let's call up a tank crew to occupy that vehicle. And luckily the T-60 has ignored us and is now moving elsewhere. There's our medic. Medic's laying on top of the body that they're supposed to save. Alright, luckily in this mod as well we get supply whenever we capture a flag, so we don't have to worry too much about supply. It's not as critical. And our troops still being instacked by snipers. Trying to rush positions now to speed things up. At this point I don't want to spend all day just capturing a bridge. Absolutely incredible, those autocannons. Alright, it is distracted elsewhere. Okay, the position is pretty much captured. Just need to get the medic to work now. Alright, the worst thing that could happen now is a vehicle to roll up on us and do whatever they do.
Jawohl.
Luckily, we've got this Sturmgeschütz back. And we'll try to roll the flak gun closer. Interesting that these tracks didn't render in. Oh, it must have been blown to hell by the bombs from the aircraft. Okay, I can hear a AT gun firing there. Oh, good, the entire building's up in flame. Alright, the Soviets will be dealt with there shortly, and then we'll move in. Okay, another group is ready.
Verstanden.
Looks like they're still trying to attack our main flag there. I'm going to send a crew to just make sure we defend the flag.
Jawohl.
They've been a little pesky around trying to get around that main line. But this mod makes it feel like you're playing against a player more than any other mod. They will find holes in your defenses and continuously counterattack. This entire building is on fire. I'm surprised the troops in there are not dead yet. Alright, the enemy continues to hold us back. We do have most of our wounded men back on the line. Sometimes you just gotta rush the position like that. Unfortunately, a tank approaching again. And it's a damn T-60. Sturmgeschütz has gotta come on the line. Let's get him back up there and load those 75mm. Oh, Soviets approaching the AT gun. Damn, a whole squad, in fact. Now we're gonna need a squad back here to defend it.
Jawohl. Jawohl.
Commissar there, whatnot. Alright, let's get this squad in defense here. Sieging the factory is going to be a little difficult. Where did that tank go? Yeah, he's going to have to come across the... Okay, he's purposely parked himself there, making himself a machine gun turret now. We could get across this bridge to the left, but it seems like it's just going to be easier to take the main bridge. There's no defenses, really.
Jawohl.
Alright.
Jawohl.
Some of our half-tracks and other vehicles are repairable. Looks like most of these positions have been secured.
Verstanden. Verstanden.
Okay, let's get a Dicker Max up here to deal with stuff at the factory when the time comes. Alright, so I'd have a lot easier time taking this bridge if we didn't have the factory on our right. I am concerned about that. Let's get a little closer, take this guy out. What a challenge. A good challenge, but certainly with its own annoyance. Alright, there we go. Flak gun taking some hits. Where the hell? Oh man, autocannons everywhere. Damn T-60s. Repeatedly with those. We're going to continue to need medics around. Their vehicles can just simply outpace our guns, I guess. That's right, I'm going to bring up the Dicker Max now to deal with some of those problems down there. And let's start bringing up our line over here. Some of these lighter guns, tanks can be dealt with by the autocannon. Should be able to fire down into the factory with the Dicker Max. There we go. Seems like the 20mm is not firing for some reason. I couldn't actually get it to fire. There we go. Even with an HE round, this thing is deadly. Try to hit him again. So the Soviets are continuously retrieving light reinforcements, which are really making it a problem for us. Don't know why that light armored, that light gun was not able to fire an autocannon for some reason. Well, we are ready to make our move across the river to where there doesn't seem to be much of any enemy defenders. Looks like an instack one and done. It's funny how our troops could be in line of enemy fire, and then it doesn't happen until just a certain time the enemy seems to choose. Looks like an autocannon parked on top of the building there. We'll have to take out these guns first. Alright, we'll need to continue to fire on that. Get some tank crew up here. Looks like that AT gun was blown to smithereens. Good. And unfortunately now at the perfect timing, our vehicle now tracked. Alright, so the autocannon's going to have to be dealt with the... Wow, this is an interesting mission to open up on. Autocannon's got to be dealt with by the Sturmgeschütz, so we'll have to turn and fire at that so that way troops can cross here. But then also there's enemy reinforcements coming in all the time. Need to keep troops on that Flak 88, and we'll need to keep it repaired to stop light vehicles from coming around. This vehicle shouldn't be able to penetrate us from the front. And that should have eliminated it. Perfect. Tank coming right across the bridge. Another Nightmare T-60. I believe that vehicle's been destroyed. Yes, it has. Nice job. And the autocannons not ceasing their fire forever. We'll have to keep the Dicker Max back. The thing's going to be too deadly. That autocannon. Luckily, we have pretty much free range of fire on pretty much anything. As long as we get these guns up here. Okay, so we've cut the Soviets in half. They are still sending over reinforcements on the bridge, but it's mostly to try to attack our main HQ, to which they've come under fire countless times. We'll have to get a couple of troops here, and then maybe some to guard this flag over here. Alright, that shouldn't be a threat anymore. Wow. The Soviets certainly really persistent with their attacks. I'll see you guys in the next episode where we will capture the other side of the bridge and the factory complex, and then push our way to the factory. I think now that we've got a foothold, things will be a lot easier, but the Soviets aren't going to go up without a fight, and I purposely also chose the much more difficult AT guns. I think it much easier to do it with the Panzer IIIs, but this time we finally get to see the Dicker Max. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone. Woo!